just to refresh you on the key points for you to keep in mind, because the SQE2 specifically is approaching. From the point of view of the wills, we have nil rate band, which is the same. Residential nil rate band is 175, still remain the same. There's new changes which we already communicated before, but they came into force in 2025.
A lot of these are enforced now. Mandatory ID verification for new directors and PSCs. That applies to any new directors and PSCs from the 18th of November 2025. Existing directors and PSCs will also need to verify their ID within the next 12 months from that date or before the next CSO1 filing, the confirmation statement. Quite a significant change. This new corporate offence of failure to prevent fraud is also now in force from the 1st of September 2025. It's a little bit interesting in terms of how it works because it only affects large corporations. So it only applies to businesses that have 250 employees or more, a turnover of £36 million or more, or £18 million or more of assets. So it's actually, it sounds very grand, but it's very niche. It's not going to apply to everyone. And it applies in circumstances where a person who's associated with that business has committed a fraud offense that either benefits the business or somebody that they're providing services to. So another business, most likely. Companies House powers. The powers of Companies House and also the objectives of the registrar have been expanded quite significantly. They're no longer taking quite so passive a role as they'd done previously. Before, Companies House would more tend towards just registering things that they had been told. Now there's far more of a focus on investigation, making sure that nothing misleading ends up on the register. So they now have these objectives of ensuring lawful filings, ensuring accuracy, preventing misleading information, and also preventing unlawful activity. They play a much more significant role in terms of communications with the NCA, the National Crime Agency. Removal of local statutory registers as well is quite relevant. If you think back to the previous obligations under the Companies Act, there were a lot of obligations to maintain these local registers of, register of directors, residential addresses, register of secretaries, and then the PSC register. Those have all been cut down quite significantly now. Obviously, you have to provide the information anyway to Companies House for most of these things. The main one that has been retained, you do still need to have locally, is a register of members yourself internally, not just at Companies House. In fact, they've changed the law a little bit because previously, if you had all of that information filed at Companies House, you didn't have to keep a local register. Now you absolutely do have to keep a local register. So those are the main changes there.
Yeah,